Welcome to Sunday service with Prophet Obinna Jude Alexander at the Ark of Jesus Ministries, International.
Imagine that a certain people had these revelations that are coming this way, not because they have heard the message that they were looking for, like they heard the truth and screamed, oh, this is it, but rather pirate it, curbing the message of the lion's cub. When someone is curbing something, what does that mean? Compare that with seal it. The real truth, the whole truth, is not what you throw anyhow to anybody you see in the name of evangelism. The reason for words like hearing, they will hear but not understand. Seeing, they will see but not perceive. What does this mean? Seeing what? Not perceive what? Hearing, they will hear but not understand. Not because the person was talking trash, that is what is ununderstandable, but because the message on its own is versatile, is deep. And seeing what? Seeing the very children of Epiphany, seeing the very dignitaries of the kingdom that were pre-announced that they will come, preached beforehand that they will come, that they, seeing them, will not perceive they are the ones. But these are the people spoken about, just like you are looking at Elijah. That the atonement of sin that they preached, that was what the shedding of the blood of Jesus brought. Then, if it was so, if it is exactly that way, that Enoch, biological son to Jared, wouldn't have been taken the way he was taken. He was taken to heaven without being atoned for. Who atoned for Enoch, biological son to Jared? Who had atoned for his sins? Or was he born without the original sin? Not to talk for Elijah of Tishbe. Elijah of Tishbe, who atoned for him? Or was he born without the original sin? As they preached. I don't have to talk about a whole lot of the dignitaries of the kingdom. That they wrote also that God commended that the so-called atonement has not yet come when they came into the earth and ran their own race. The likes of Abraham, God commended him. The likes of Noah, God commended him. David, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel. All of these people, and so on. Message that went Catholic, that the shedding of the blood of Jesus is permanent, was what brought the atonement of sin, and is also stand by to cleanse, wash, and so on. Is he not getting clearer and clearer? There is the logos of the God of creation, and that what Jesus of Nazareth is permanent came to do was to go to where ghosts go to propitiate for or substitute for, to swap a certain person whose name is mankind, and that person who also has his female model type, that very person also paid the price for the procreation, the becoming many of all of them that were already giving birth to spirit beings without physical body in the Father's bosom, for them to become physically manifested. That came with a price. Is it not getting clearer? My own explanation is what is the truth. The thief that cometh to steal, kill, that thief did not succeed where you are. This is that age of the church. This is that dispensation of the church that made it. It was prophesied before today. Helped us to understand these things so well, that God does not do things by trial and error. God will not try something and then say to another, as in, if this did not work, then I will try this one. God does not function that way. Do you know that even words like might, M-I-G-H-T, might, in the Bible, when God is foretelling, when he is talking about what will happen that has not yet happened, even words like might, you are supposed to be explained to. Why will God use it? Do you know why? Because he that sees it before it happens, the all-seeing that sees it before it happens, who sees the end from the beginning, he does not guess or second guess anything. Are you hearing me? The one that guess or second guess things is rather the one that will sound or use words like what? Might, may. In other words, even where you see that they are talking about what God said and then there is might there, you need to be explained to. I came to explain these things. whole size, the God gave back to his son. I do have that happened. Look at you. You are not in your whole size. The physical body you have now is smaller than the size of your spirit being. So you will stretch. By the time the quantity of Zoe that you need for the launch into Jericho, which I have explained to you what that is. I explained to you how that there are transcends of positive metamorphosis that your physical body must go through. That is what it means, like you are journeying to heaven. That race points to a journey to a place. So where you are joining to is a heaven's world. So you need physical body that is the kind that is needed, that is celestial, that is the heavenly kind, that is the supernatural kind, physical body that cannot die, the immortality in your spirit being able to come to the very physical body, and the body you have is fine with it. The cell system can conduct that life. So that physical body cannot age, not talk of that. Immortality coming to the physical body you have now. And that is what, when you achieve it expressly without going to where ghosts go to and wait, because resurrection is the only thing that can launch that person back into the physical realm. And prophet has explained also to you how that there is where ghosts go to. The mother hallowed church called the very place purgatory. Jesus of Nazareth called it Abraham's bosom. From the side of the God who predestines the entire population of the mankind race, I mean pure hominids now, we are divided into 7 groups. This excludes Lord Adam, the principal ancestor of the mankind race, the woman Eve, then the 3 Elijahs and their female model types, and then the patriarchs. There's the stellar/constellation order of the mankind race. I've told you that. So from aside this that I spoke about now, down all A to Z, we are divided into 7 groups. There are dispensations and there are ages of the church. So there are 7 ages of the church. There is no pure hominid that has not the church age he or she belongs. A church age begins when the angel of that very church age has grown to a certain point. Everything was pre-planned. The very heaven's world, Eden, is a physical place. Your heaven's world has her capital. So the capital of Eden has a name. The name is what? Elizabeth. That is the name of the capital of Eden. Strictly by revelation knowledge. Now, in the very heavens world, the city is a place you enter into through 12 gates. And then each gate according to each tribe. And this is because the mankind race is a race of 12 tribes. And each tribe is like a mega city. Why that mega? Because there are lesser cities in the mega city. Then inside the very city, you get states. So each state is a lesser city. So there are 144 states in each city. In other words, 144 states times 12. You get 1,728 states in the very heavens world. You see what I mean? So the very couple slate and or discs, they are 1,728 couple discs or plates. I am Elijah, the third. We will see if this is true or not.
You are listening to Prophet Obinna Jude Alexander.